trim. So if you press menu twice and then top right for checklist.
Okay, menu on the right multifunction display.
Oh, anyone will do the same thing.
Okay, and then what was the other command after that?
Top right for checklist.
I've got SA, EW.
I just got to press menu once more.
Oh, there it is. Checklist. I see it. Okay, got it.
Okay, with the checklist up, it's really good page. This gives you a little checklist of landing and takeoff.
Nice.
But it gives you two very important bits of information: your aircraft weight.
Yep.
So at the moment, I'm at 41,700.
I'm at 41,576.
Okay, and then underneath that, it's giving you your nose up trim, 12 degrees.
Got it.
So normally on a carrier and with a heavy load, you want to stick it to 16. So use your trim hat and go nose up to about 16 degrees, and that'll stop you getting a warning on takeoff.
I'm there. Excellent.
Okay, so that's basically the aircraft semi-happy to fly with the position of everything that it is.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So from there, you can then move up the top, set up your MFDs how you want them.
Okay, so we'll go to the menu on the right-hand side and set that up to radar, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do, on the menu button, I go from stores to radar. All right, perfect. So now it looks like the radar is currently OFF off. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll learn how to turn that on later.
Yep, well, that's going to be down on the right-hand portion of the sweep of the flight deck. Okay, so you've got everything set up on there, and then also, this will be the time when your timer for your INS alignment is still counting down, so you can set your waypoints, how you want to attack, and all that kind of rubbish. Okay, and then on your third bottom screen, this is why I like to turn off the stick behind the stick, and you can turn it off by pressing the backspace key.
Just a second, let me catch up with you. I need to do that actually. You hit escape and adjust controls and search and JOY ST
It should be the backspace. You just hit the backspace button. It should highlight it.
There it is. I deleted it. Okay. Sorry about that.
That's right.
I see what you're saying now. Okay.
Okay, now you might have to, with the track IR, look down in your seat, kind of hunch down in your seat. Okay. But below that third bottom screen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 square black buttons, and the fifth one's got a little bit of white writing on it.
Yes, I see it.
Okay, that's your countermeasures. Hit the one with the white writing and we'll turn it on.
Okay. That's the ALR 67.
That's the one.
Okay.
The only problem with that is you won't be able to program it until you're airborne.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay, and you've got two modes. So going below that button you've just pressed, you've got a rotary switch which doesn't do anything at the moment, and then you've got a dispenser bypass button.
You see the dispenser bypass button, yes. Do I click it to on?
Yep, click that to on, and then that will make your dispenser activate to a program schedule that you can program. If you hook it up to bypass, it means that it'll do a basic program. So if you hit flare, it will flare. If you hit chaff, it will chaff. It won't run a program.
Okay. How many chaff and flares do I have on this?
You don't get many. It depends on how you load it out, but you can fit it for a max of 40. Equal amounts of 40 each. You can have more of one and less of the other, of course.
But not much.
No, it's not much. So I usually said, and if you have it on bypass, it'll drop 2 chaff and it'll drop 2 flare, depending on if you hit the chaff or flare button.
Got it. Okay. So I think I'll switch to bypass I know how to dispense it with the. I'll just try it there and see. But I may want to. I mean, as we delve deeper into the rabbit hole, I may want to talk to programming and see what you guys.
Yep, no worries.
All right, cool.
And then you've also got it totally depends up to you, but I get rid of the color screen and put the
Green screen.
yeah, the radar warning display on the third bottom screen there.
Oh, okay. How do I do that?
So just press menu, and then you'll have next to the right hand side of menu EW. Okay, and that'll just give you a blown up, better situational awareness.
That is good. That's definitely something that we need. So, great.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
So that's the ECM's setup. So then you'd obviously move along to your right hand MFD, set that up the way you want. Below that is your secondary artificial horizon. You want to uncage that. Just a little turn of the wheel, mouse wheel on the round knob.
So the red
should disappear.
Got it. I see now. Okay. All right. Red has disappeared.
Okay, and for your altimeter, you should set that to what the correct QNH is.
What do we do?
So what you can do, if you
hit the backslash and I go to ATC.
could do that, or you can just get the altitude of where we are. I'm just trying to find where we are. Where did we spawn in at?
Paducah. No, we're not.
Nelchik.
Nelchik. Okay.
Where's Nelchik? Where's Nelchik? Got us. Okay, so we should be showing somewhere in the region of 1,411 feet.
Okay.
Which on mine is.
I got a long way down. Hold on a second. I'm going to put the earbuds away just a second. I'm going to step away from the machine just a second.
No, it's.
Okay, good. Thank you. Are you okay with this? Okay, great. Thanks. I've got Bogus is helping me. All right. So now I'm looking at the dial, and it reads. So we're at 1,000, you said?
Yeah, 1,411. So I'm showing somewhere around the region of 2,977.
2,935. Going down. 2,977. 1, 4. Now my 1 is not completely visible, but I guess that's because the 2 is rolling up. That's right. Okay.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. 2,977, 1,400. Okay, perfect. Cool. I forgot about all this stuff. I mean,
focus. 111. Declare.
It's all good. It is all good. Right. So moving across to the right, you've got obviously your hook. Don't touch that.
Yep.
Folding wings. Don't need to do anything like that. But left of the hook and the folding wings is your RWR. I usually like to set that for 370 feet. Sorry, not RWR, your radouts. And that's just if we're going to land back on the carrier, I'll set it at 370 feet.
Spin it. Make that a warning sound. 300. 370. Got it. Okay, I'm there.
Excellent. Then moving down.
Now there's a red light next to it. Is that okay?
Yep, it's just showing that you're below your selected radouts.
Got it. Okay.
It's just an attention getter. And then you can just go down all the switches. Don't really need to touch anything on the first row, which is where your battery is.
Now this bleed air. I was supposed to do a dial. I was supposed to rotate the bleed air.
Yeah, Yeah, rotate the bleed edge, give it a full 360. I usually give it 3 to 4 seconds in between
Shell,
selection.
Dodge, 1-1. Request
1,
rejoin.
2, 3, 4, and then do it backwards.
I've never done it backwards, but if it's changed and you need to do that, do it.
Okay, so I've got it back to 12 o'clock as normal. I just did 2 rotations after 3 seconds of spacing.
Yep.
Okay.
That's basically it. Then you've got your lighting switches for your consoles, instrument panel, floodlights, all that kind of stuff. That's just interior lighting. And then below that is your FLIR, not operating now. And then you've got your LTDR, not operating now. And
What is the LTDR?
I don't rightly know what that is, to be honest. I think laser track designation.
Okay.
I think it's to do with a laser pod, but I'm not 100% sure.
Got it. Okay.
Laser spot track again on your right hand side. Not working. Then you're going to come down to your radar. Click on that to standby.
All right. Standby. There's the radar standby. Okay. Great. And now when I look at the right MFD, I've got a crosshairs. It looks like an iron cross.
Yep.
On the lower left-hand corner, and the vertical bar has gone from right dead center to the left side.
That's correct. And basically, it's got a weight on wheels switch. So once you weight on wheels, it will automatically stick, or should stick, your radar into a standby mode. And then to the right of that, if your countdown has reached 0.5 and gives you an OK, you can click that over to nav.
Click the INS over to nav. Okay, great.
All right, so that's basically the aircraft all set up and ready, happy to go. The only thing you need to remember is either when you want your radar on, you've got to click it to operate, or bind it to a button, which I have, so switch it on, off, maybe happen.
Got it. Okay, so shall we remove the parking brakes and taxi?
Yep, I think we have. You've removed chocks. I don't know if I've got chocks in.
How would I remove the chocks? Go to the ground crew?
Yeah, all done by ground crew.
Ground crew's F-8. F-4.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Okay.
There we go. You're all ready to go.
Excellent. So where should we taxi? Let's see. Let's ask for under ATC and now check.
Nalchik, Dodge, 1-1. Request startup.
Permission to start up. ATC now check. It's going to take its time. I was just waiting to see which way we should taxi to. Should we just go straight out to our 11 o'clock?
Yeah, go out and do a left-hand turn and follow the main taxiway. That's the shortest way.
Okay, so I'm going to accelerate. Make sure that the emergency brake is off. Accelerate just a little bit. All right, I'm moving.
And don't forget, if you've mapped your undesignated switch, that puts your nose wheel steering into a high gain mode, so you can do very tight turns.
Well, I've already screwed up some toes. So, I gotta get back in my so that's screwed up.
Dodge, 1-1. For takeoff.
Nuts.
And you're just gently rolling forward there.
Can't steer now.
Okay,
So,
on your HUD, do you have NWS showing?
negative.
Okay, so your nose wheel steering is off. Let me just have a look at your nose gear. Your
Using
launch,
the rudder pedal.
yeah, your launch bar is up. So when your launch bar is down, that disengages your nose wheel steering. So where on the panel where you got your parking brake, you should have, starting from the top left, launch bar in the tracted area.
I see it.
And that's basically about it. It should work. If you press your undesignate button.
All right, let me get back into it. Escape, adjust controls. Okay, nose wheel steering disengaged is my completely button.
Yep, you don't want that. You will have that mapped because you're going to be using that anyway.
Okay. Where is the engage button?
It should automatically engage, but if you do the undesignate nose wheel steer switch, mine is S by default. It'll automatically stick your nose wheel steering to high gain, and that might activate it.
I'm looking in the HUD right now. I throw that little throttle. Oh, let's see it. I've got NWS. It popped up.
Right. Okay, and if you press it again now, it should say high next to it.
It disappeared.
Okay, so so pressing that button, which button have you got mapped to that?
It's the S button. In fact, it's interesting. I just removed it. Hang tight. Adjust controls. All. Come on.
Because you'll definitely need the high gain for the ship.
S, correct? Okay, so manually pressing S turned on NWS on the HUD.
Yep. If you press and hold it, what does that come up as?
It came up in NWS high.
Okay. Yep. So that's your high gain, and then if you release it, it should just go back to normal NWS.
That's what happened. Okay, got it. So I'm going to go
Okay.
ahead and give myself a little throttle.
Yep.
I'm going to try to get myself out of this machine.
Yeah. Looks like it's working to me.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Now, where does ground speed show up?
Good point. I don't know where the ground speed is.
I'm going to take it all the way down to the bottom of the runway here. Sorry.
On your left-hand side is your speed tape. So at the moment, mine's just saying 48, but I don't think you can read under 48.
Yeah. You're behind it, right?
AFA. So I've just stuck my radar into operate mode, and then you'll see the bar sweeping left and right, but you'll still have the cross in the bottom left-hand corner showing that it's in standby mode.
Oh god, I turn the pilot back on again. Let me escape. Sorry. I'm a little slow and clutchy, I apologize.
No, that's all right because I've been on holiday for a week, so it's refreshing me as well.
Well, it's so great getting that. I told you I took that picture of you in your Mirage 2000 and made it my banner on Facebook.
Huh?
Great.
At the moment, the enemy AI is leaving us alone, which is good.
I'm going to go ahead and get onto the runway and go along.
Yeah, no worries, I'm just a little bit behind you. So your nose wheel steering disengaged, which you use that to knock out the autopilot.
NWS and return, you know. So now now what should I do?
That's basically it. You can leave it on. As far as I'm aware, that the nose wheel steering will turn itself off after a certain speed. So you just power up, give it full. You don't need to do the military afterburner. So you can just do normal firewall your throttle, and it'll give you, I think, a stage 1 afterburner for takeoff. Rotate roundabout. See how it feels with this route. Not too heavy, but somewhere between 120, 140 knots.
Okay.
And it'll just shoot off into the sky, mate, and then just knock the afterburners out and start flying.
Okay, so we're at I'm at half flaps.
Yep, half flaps, and you want to. They will automatically retract into an auto position over 220 knots, but try and get into the habit to select auto before 220 knots.
Got it. Okay. All right, I'm going to put brakes on. I'm going to accelerate to 80% on the throttle. And then I'm going to go brakes off. Start. 100. 60 knots. 70. 100. 125. 30. Up. And I am airborne.
Just checking slightly to the right so we can keep an eye on you.
You're up. And flaps to auto.
That's it.
Alright. I got a warning sign. Good. Now I'm going to go over and I'm going to look at the radar and I need to put it onto operations, right?
Yep, I'd just drop yourself out of afterburner because you don't really need it.
Okay. So keep it at, how do I see the stages? On the dial?
I don't, just basically by your fuel flow, I think it's the only way to tell.
Okay.
I've got a little detent on my throttle that kicks it in and out of afterburner.
Okay, so I'm making at 6,000, so suggested acceleration.
Yep.
About 315 knots.
Roger. I'm closing on you.
It's a smoother sounding engine.
Oh yes. But it's also got quite a bit of lag in response time from going from idle thrust to military power.
Okay.
So that's the bit that bites you when you're coming in on the carrier. You always need to be working that throttle so you don't get the massive lag spike going all the way back to idle thrust.
Got it. Okay.
Because she will fall out of the sky.
Well, that's what I've heard. That's why everybody was talking about those, like case 1, 2, and 3 landings, things like that.
Yeah. Right, now that we're airborne, I'll just stick just to the left of your left MFD, just stick your master arm on.
Okay. Master arm. I'm on the stores.
Uh,
master arm is on. Got it. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
And bring up whatever weapon you like, and that will stick you into the air-to-air mode.
So, just click on it.
Yeah, you can click on the air-to-air button.
There we go. Off. Okay, so the A9 popped up.
So there should be hotkey presses for AIM 7, AIM 128 nines.
Okay, I've got an AIM 7 9. I've got an AIM 7, it says SEL, so that's it right
There you go, and you should have in the middle of your HUD AIM 7 and the number available to you in the middle. There you go.
It's got an X on it.
Why does it have an X? Your radar is on?
Radar is operational, yeah.
And your master arm is armed. It's a physical switch.
You know what? It turned itself off for a second. Oh, I guess I may have done that with one of my MFD, but.
Okay, there you go.
There it is. Okay, got it. Now it's set up. All right, so what I'm looking at now is on the right MFD, I've got an artificial horizon. I've got the radar beam scanning from left to right.
Yep.
I've got 25. Oh, that's interesting. So I manipulate the slider switch on the pink. I get a elevation change. What I guess I get an elevation change on carrot.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
That's it. So you can do two things. You can highlight things with your carrot. Let me try this.
I'm looking for you. I don't
Brilliant.
I can't see it.
I'm just on your 6. Okay, so if you do you have on the top row of your MFD SIL underneath the button?
I do.
Okay, if you put your TDC, slew it over the words SIL, and then do your TDC activate button, whatever you've mapped that to, you can actually highlight instead of pushing the physical buttons, and it will do the same thing.
Got it. So I'm moving the carrot around. Right
Yep.
now it's reading 98 and 98, which I guess is not right. Now if I move the slider bar, I get negative 98 and negative 98. I want something in the middle, right?
Yeah. So let's do it this way. To the top right-hand side of your radar display is a number, and what do you got that set to?
Set to 40.
Okay, so you can either use the physical buttons associated with the arrows up and down and change it, or you can put your cursor over the up arrow and then select that, and that will change it so you don't have to take your hands off the stick.
So I've got 80 and 40. I'll switch that to 80. Okay.
Yeah, switch that to 80, and then top left you've got a 2B2, or what do you have on the top
Reads,
left?
4B1.
Yep, so you're in a 4-bar scope, which is probably where you want to be.
Okay, so it's wide.
It's the bars are vertical,
Okay.
and at the bottom of your display will show you the azimuth you're sweeping. So it's got mode on the left, and then to the right of that is I've got mine set to 140 degrees.
Got it. Now my master caution light just popped on. Check the seat.
Check seat. You haven't. Oh, we haven't armed the ejection seat.
Okay, there it goes. I armed the ejection seat. Good. Okay, so now I can press the master caution off.
Yep. Press the master caution off. I also had a master caution for inlet ice. It is a spurious warning in this aircraft, and I've also used up all the center fuel.
How do we know that?
So if you look underneath your center, where your engine gauges are, to the right of that is your fuel flow gauge.
I've got 10,710
Yep.
on both left and right.
Okay, so you got a number on the top with a T and a number below it with an I.
I do.
Okay, so the number on the top, T is total, and I is internal. So if the two have matched, you've used up all your external fuels.
Aha. Okay. So how do we do how do we jettison the center fuel tank?
Okay, to jettison the center fuel tank, you above your handbrake or your emergency park brake is the round dial. You want to turn the round dial to, it says rack LCHR.
Got it.
Okay, and then above that, and just to the left of your engine fuel flow instruments, is a number of push buttons. One says CTR for central, then L. Okay, just click on CTR.
CTR is now clicked.
So basically, we're choosing to select the center rack, and then you just press the red jettison button in the middle, and that's it, gone. Nope. You have to be in master arm hot for it to do it.
Alright, master arm. is set to arm.
Okay, and then you should be, the outside of the jettison button should be all the way around to the rack. So you got the red.
I went too far. Okay. All right. So now.
Yep, that's
Yep,
just
that
popped
dropped
off.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then using your MFDs, pressing the menu button, you can actually bring up the fuel page, and then you can tell what you want the aircraft to feed from, and blah 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 blah.
Okay. So I'm going to fuel, and there it is: 2330, 1720, 1440, 20, 23. Nice. Okay.
Cool. So if you had say 3 drop tanks on here, and you wanted to feed from the wing drop tanks, you could disable the center tank, and it would then automatically feed from the outside tanks first, and then it'll move on to the inner tank, so you could work it that way.
Got it. I see what
Cool.
you're saying. Woo! Wow. Okay.
So basically, all that outside switch does is you can choose to either drop the weapon, or you can drop the entire rack which holds the weapon. And then for the fuel tank, you have to drop the rack.
Okay. Now I just got another master caution. I'm looking.
Yep.
I don't see anything.
Okay.
Mosquito ice.
If you look on your radar display, bottom left-hand corner, what does it say?
High INTL.
Okay,
or
so
PRI.
oh yeah,
PRI.
yeah. Next to your high INTL, do you have any writing there?
I have a 7 and a 0.73.
Okay.
And load 351, 350.
Nope, that's fine. It's basically any warnings pop up in that bottom left-hand corner. So I'm actually got at the moment I'm showing the inlet icing warning.
I've got high INTL.
Nope.
What if that's
Nope.
a high internal?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just hit the master caution button anyway. So it might be warning you. Have you returned your jettison switch back to the safe position?
I have not. That's it right there.
Might be there.
Perfect. Okay.
And that's basically it, really. That's all the basic things. So you're set up, ready to fight, and you're ready to go. So we can run you through some of the autopilot bits and pieces, so you can.
Yeah, let's do some autopilot stuff. Well, the radar is centering. I must have done something with the slider switch, because the radar is really that little carrot on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
It tends to want to drift. I don't know what that means. Now, the altitude, is it in thousands and hundreds, or is it in angles?
It should be in angels. So at the moment, at 80 miles, I'm looking at 48,000 high and minus 12,000 low.
Okay, you see, like mine's sliding all over the place. And
Yeah, you
55 and 17.
if that carrot is moving all over the place, it's obviously getting very slight inputs from whatever is controlling it. So
Okay.
to sort that out, let us get into a level flight. If you bring up the HSI page on one of your screens.
Okay. I'm going to try to do a level flight-ish. And on the left-hand side, I'm going to click bottom center. And bottom center again. And there's HSI on the left. I'll click on that. Got it.
Okay, so on your UFC controller, there's underneath your keypad is the autopilot button. Click on that.
Okay.
And
All
then
right.
it's going to give you, reading from the top to the bottom, is attitude hold, heading select, baro attitude, and red out hold. So they're just the different modes of the autopilot. So we're going to go into baro out hold.
Okay, so I check that button right there. Is that what it is?
Yep. Yep,
Right.
and you should get two green dots next to barrow out.
I do. Excellent. Okay.
So in this, it's going to now hold your altitude, and you can do a bank left and right, and turn.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to make a nice gentle left-hand turn.
And it might dip under initially for your turn,
Yeah.
but then it will compensate for it and bring the nose back up and regain the
Nice.
altitude.
This is the advantage of having a one over.
That's it. She's all good. So with your, I think I've just lost you. Oh, there you are.
Sorry.
So no, you're right. If you just level out on a heading or pick a heading and tell me what it is.
Okay, I'll take it. I'm going to come out to 180.
Okay, 180. Yep, I'm trailing.
You want to come down a little bit to get below the clouds?
Ah, you're right. I got you. Okay. Now underneath the autopilot button, you've got two flicky switches on the left-hand side. One says normal reject 1, reject 2, and the one below that is called heading.
Okay.
Okay, so if you get the heading and just click on it, doesn't matter anywhere, and just click and hold it for 2 seconds, and then you'll see that HSEL will come up on your upfront control.
Yep, got it.
Okay, with that, you can type in any heading you want. So let's put on to, let's do 270 degrees.
Where would I type that?
In the keypad and then press enter.
Like on this basic keyboard?
Yep.
Okay, so I typed in 270. Where would I see that? Oh, there it is. Okay, so the button's punch. Okay, 270, enter.
That's it.
All right.
And then on the right-hand side, sorry, on your HSI, you should see a little indicator on 270 degrees.
I'm looking on the left-hand side, and I've got
Should-
two blocks. Looks like a rectangular 8.
That's it. Yep.
All right, very cool.
Okay, so if you click on the autopilot button again,
Okay.
and it should still say barrow out hold with the two marks.
It does not.
Okay, just click on the barrow out hold to hold your altitude,
Got it.
and then click on the H cell heading select. See what happens.
Okay, here we go. And it moves.
So holding down the heading, that little heading button, will automatically, if you hold it down, it will scroll your caret around the wheel left or right. But if you also hold it down for more than, I think, a second, it allows you to input the desired heading into the UFC like you've just done.
Wow.
And then you can fine tune it by giving it one click left, one click right to give it the degree
Two.
left, degree right.
Got it. So it's not quite 270 if I need to go back to left or right. It's a lot easier than trying to, work the rotor of the joystick.
Yeah, absolutely. And then so that's basically what we do. We set up the aircraft, all the basics that we need, and we can also set in waypoints and attack points. Then once we get airborne, put the autopilot on, and then you can finish off programming how you want the sortie to run. And it works really, really good. So that's basically it. And then your nose wheel steering disconnect button should drop out the autopilot.
Nose wheel. Okay, so that would be that button that I pressed inadvertently on the taxiway.
I think so, yeah. So and you should lose the two markings on the heading select and be out
They
barrel.
popped out. I did that. Awesome. Okay, the
So there you go.
option popped up yet again.
Yeah, that's probably. It's just letting you. I think that one there is just letting you know that it's come up to that you've disengaged the autopilot. So just in case you've inadvertently knocked it out, it gives you just a little warning.
Got it. Massive.
Nice. What else do you need?
Let's make a run and head back to the base. I probably need to spend some time with my wife, but
Yeah, no worries.
this is fantastic. So how would we get the moving map down there?
Okay, the moving map. So I think only the bottom screen does colour.
Okay.
click on menu and
Let's see, I've got a mode.
yep, and then bring up the HSI on the bottom map, and it should come up.
Okay. Can I zoom in?
Yeah, you can. It's a little bit hard to see. If you zoom in on your screen, you can do
Okay.
lots of this. You can change the orientation of the map. You can put points all over it, and you can zoom in, zoom out, do lots of different things.
I see. Okay. And so what I want to think about doing is we took off from Lichi.
Nelchek, which doesn't have any navigation. It's got an ILS. It's got an ILS if you want to do an ILS landing.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd love to do that, especially with a flight instructor right here, or a professional pilot.
Yeah.
You're awesome, though. This is great. This is great. I'm going to turn the radar off so it doesn't distract me.
Okay.
And let's see. Then I'll take the switch over to.
So you want to have at least one HSI page, and I like to have it without the map because it's easier to see what's going on.
Okay.
So you can have the map on the bottom one, I guess, and or wherever you want it, and then have another page open for raw data.
Got it. SA. What is SA? That's a placeholder. Okay. There we go. I'll put the electronic worker on there. Let's see. Let me F10 real quick. I know that's my Let's see. Where are we? Probably going south. There we are. Situation awareness. You ready?
Well, I'm just following you at the moment.
Yeah. I was just curious. I'm kind of trying to see where we are when I hit F10. And I don't see anything. So I'm going to make a heading of 090 just to see if we can. Just want to make it 270 so we head west.
Right.
It's on the map. Yeah, I'm in the valley. That's that broad valley. Okay. So now, alright, so I'm at 270. I've got a bunch of warnings.
That was just me. Yep, so I can see it.
Oh, okay. You locked me up. Okay, buddy's fine.
So if you go on your HSI and you have it on the right-hand side, there is waypoints, an up arrow, a number, and a down arrow.
I've got waypoint and an up arrow and a down arrow. Yes.
What's the number between those arrows?
13.4, 13.5, 141 degrees.
Yep, it should go waypoint. Going down the buttons on the right-hand side, waypoint, up arrow, and then a number, down arrow.
0.
Okay, so, and then up along the top row in the middle is SCL / something. What's that something?
40.
Okay, 40, and then on your HSI you should have a little round circle, probably around about 135 degrees.
Looking. I've got a circle and a triangle.
Yep, the triangle will point to the compass rose to waypoint 0. Waypoint 0 is your takeoff point,
Okay.
and the circle is the physical location compared to your aircraft. And if you press that middle button, you can zoom in, zoom out on the SCL.
Okay. I'm going to make the turn to basically until it gets right on my nose.
That's it.
115 or so.
Yeah.
Okay, now there's not a caret on the heads-up display. And it's probably because I'm still in air mode, so I'm going to get out of air mode. There it is, pops up. I turn air off. And now it's about like 105. Is that about right?
Yeah. I can actually see it now. It's not far away. So the 40 is the distance. So the outside ring is 40 miles, and it's within half. So it's probably about 15 miles in front.
I've got
Below your
myself
nose.
zoomed in, and I'm.
I think you need at your altitude. You're gonna have to look down for a fairway.
So it's going to start descending, and I'm going to take some juice off the engines.
Excellent. The only problem I have got with doing the ILS is we need to stick on there the channel number, but I don't know what the channel number for an L check is, unfortunately. I'm just going to have a quick look at my kneeboard.
Okay. The knee board, that's another question for another day, but I want to talk about that before. Okay, so it is a lot closer than I thought. It's right off our nose.
Yep.
So I should be descending.
So what I'll do is I'll just form up to you. We'll forego the ILS
Okay.
landing at the moment, and then I will form up for you the formation.
Okay. I've got it off to my right wing now.
That's it. So gear can't come down until you're under 250 knots.
Okay, so I'm hitting the speed brake and I'm reducing throttle.
And speed brake automatically retracts as soon as you put flap out.
Altitude. Altitude.
Below 5,000. These air brakes do not do much for it.
Oh, you got to hold it. You got to hold it down and deploy. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Focus. Dodge 1-1. Request bogey dope.
Okay. So I'm down to 300, 320.
Dodge 1-1.
Okay,
Focus.
close and quick.
Bra 27543 at 3000. Cold.
And then I do gear below 250, you said?
AFIR.
Okay, gear down. Lower, I'm turning the air brakes off. Down, this is solid speed, I'm ready to go.
Yep. So drop your flap straight away as soon as you get under 220. Just nab it straight down to
Focus. Dodge
the
1-1.
final
Request bogey dope.
full, yep.
Dodge 1-1. Focus. Bra 093-435 at 19,000 knots.
Okay, I'm looking for the runway. I wonder what I've done. Where did I put that runway? There it is. Start off my nose. Jesus.
I'm just wiggling in front of you.
Okay. I don't see the content.
So anyway, you got your E bracket,
I see it.
and so you want to put your flight path marker in the middle of your E bracket.
Okay. I'm way too high, so I'm gonna come down.
That's probably why I can't see you.
Yeah, that's right. I'm on final approach. And here comes the bracket.
Ah, there you are. You're in front of me. There we go.
Sorry. I'm gonna go dead center of the runway, sorry.
Yeah, you go dead center of the runway. That's good.
Okay, now I've got the bracket.
Okay, and then you just do trim to put your flight path marker where you want where you want to land, and then just trim it to the E bracket. And then once the E bracket is stable, all you do is move the throttle.
A little high, 160 knots.
Yeah, a little fast.
What's a good landing speed?
Depends on your weight. We haven't talked about landing weight, but I'm just going to form back up on you.
I'm focusing on this. Okay, I've got it centered somewhat. What's up? Little lag. I'm gonna board. Yeah, I'm gonna go around.
Okay, make sure you track your gear before 250 knots, and then flaps back to auto.
Come on, there it goes. Gear up, finally. And flaps back to auto. Okay, got it. Okay, I had a little server lag at about 600 feet AGL.
Yeah, me too. So climb it up to about 2,500 and we'll come back in.
What's the runway number?
2-4, I think. Yeah, 2-4.
Alright.
So let's start drawing that speed back to 250
Oh,
knots.
Jesus, what I do? Holy crap. You accelerated fast.
Ew. Got to remap my, I just have to remap my speed brake switch, but I'll do that later. So I don't have speed brakes.
You're on. Full. Alright, so now I'm taking my hands off the stick is a real issue, so I've got to really learn my left hand, learn my mapping.
Is that left?
Yep. Okay, I'm lined up.
So I wouldn't go below 140. That's a bit of a starts dropping out of the sky for me. So keep it about 150.
High. And I'm not looking, but there's a red caret aimed up on the left-hand side of the HUD. I'm assuming that's got something to do with the landing on the carrier.
Yeah, basically it's correct attack for a carrier landing. So you just basically, once your E bracket is stable, you should just get the orange circle.
Up.
Yeah, it's a carrier craft, I think.
Not
And then you'll also notice that your my nose wheel steering is on.
Oh yeah, that's right. My nose wheel steering is on. And
So pressing so I had to turn it on after that.
and I ended up press. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna. Wow.
But yeah, it's not too bad. The functionality is getting there with the Hornet, and you can do some good things like obviously just scratch the surface, but of what you can do with it at the moment.
Well, Bogus, this is amazing. This is a good evening, and I'm really grateful that you were up and running. Thank you.
That's all right. That's all right. It's all good.
Cockpit. Brakes. It's a good tension release once everything's going. So how do we shut her down?
Oh well, there is an official shutdown. Again, depending on what you do with the game, if you want to be a completionist, then yes, you drain the hydraulics, you do all that kind of malarkey. But the aircraft always starts perfect, and if you haven't been shot and you haven't crashed it, it'll always finish perfect. So, it's totally up to you. But you could start the APU, shut down the engines, ask for ground power. Before all your engines are shut down, I'd turn off all your systems like radar, navigation, and your screens, all that kind of stuff. Turn your airbox off. And then the last thing is shut down your engines, kill the APU, and there is a procedure for draining the hydraulics, which I haven't remembered because I don't think I remember.
That's not that great. So, all right, sir. Thank you. What a great evening. I'm going to call it, and I'm going to try to get this rendered, and I will put it up, and I will share it with you guys, because I think it's lessons like this that make it so critical. The more we practice, the better we get. Listen, thank you. I mean it. I will go ahead and move the server and bow out. Okay. Absolutely fascinating. Thank you, Blanche. All right, you get this gig.
No, I'm not attending, but if they shoot me down, I'm gonna fight for it. I'm not going to like.
Why?
What?
Say why?
Well, not the words, but say, can we have a meeting to address your concerns? I have a lot of limitations, I couldn't commit to this, I couldn't stay with the company for a long time, I understand it. I want this,
Tired. I don't know.
Yeah, they have some of their monitoring, and I guess they're there on top. There's something going on between